Welcome to Knowledge Studio. In today's video, we will discuss NCERT Class 8 Science Chapter 2. इस चैप्टर के फर्स्ट पार्ट की वीडियो पहले ही आ चुकी है जहाँ पे हमने पढ़ा था टाइनी ऑर्गेनिज्म के बारे में हाउ वी कैन ऑब्जर्व दैम विद द हेल्प ऑफ माइक्रोस्कोप्स डिस्कसिंग अबाउट द सेल एंड डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन एनिमल एंड प्लांट cells. In this video, we will learn about the complexities in organism. That some organisms are made up of single cell only. However, all plants, animals, and humans they are made up of more than one cells. Then we will discuss in details about the microorganism at the cellular level, their structure, how their diversity look like, how this microorganism interact with their surroundings, and what are their contribution in cleaning the environment, food preparation in kitchen, and maintaining an ecological balance in our surroundings. जैसा कि हम सेल के बारे में पढ़ चुके हैं, इट इज फंडामेंटल यूनिट ऑफ लाइफ एंड एनी ऑर्गेनिज्म इज मेड अप ऑफ सेल. इट इज ऑब्जर्व दैट नंबर ऑफ सेल्स कैन वेरी इन डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनिज्म. यानी कि कुछ ऑर्गेनिज्म सिर्फ एक ही सेल से बने हो सकते हैं. दे आर कॉल्ड यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म. यूनि मीन सिंगल. And there are organisms that are made up of more than one cell and are called as multicellular organism. Multi means many. So let us see other differences. The body structure of a unicellular organism is simple. और उसके जो सेल कंपोनेंट्स होते हैं वो भी कम होते हैं क्योंकि उनको कोई स्पेसिफिक फंक्शन नहीं करना होता. वन सेल कैन परफॉर्म ऑल लाइफ प्रोसेसेस लाइक ईटिंग, रेस्पिरेशन, रिमूवल ऑफ वेस्ट मटेरियल्स. लेकिन जो दूसरी तरफ मल्टीसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म का बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर इज कॉम्प्लेक्स एंड these cells have more cell components because of this complexity. There are different type of cells and they coordinate with each other to perform various life processes. Example of unicellular organism are amoeba and paramecium, and multicellular organisms में आते हैं plants, animals and humans. What is level of organization in multicellular organism? It means how cell structure in this organism take place. So basic level पे तो multicellular organism cell से ही बना होता है जैसा आप देख सकते हैं. But since there is a diversity of cells of different types to perform various functions, तो group of similar cells they form a tissue as you can see in the image. ये इसलिए होता है क्योंकि एक मल्टी सेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म की जो बॉडी होती है उसके डिफरेंट उसमें डिफरेंट फंक्शंस करने होते हैं. देन दिस डिफरेंट टिश्यूज दे मेड अप ऑफ an organ. For example, human stomach is an organ, heart is also an organ where different types of cells are present. Now, several organs work together to form an organ system. For example, in human, we see digestive system, various organs participate in food digestion. So इसको एक एग्जांपल से समझ सकते हैं जैसे कि एक ऑफिस में डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट होते हैं तो to work on different type of project. So similarly, multicellular organism की बॉडी में भी different systems होते हैं जो एक specific function को कर सकते हैं जैसे कि digestive system, respiratory system, nervous system and so on. All these organ system work together to make up a complete living body. और अगर एक भी organ system failure हो जाता है तो body cannot survive. So as we have seen that the level of organization in multicellular organism is complex, फिर भी कोई भी मल्टी सेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म की जो लाइफ है वो एक सिंगल सेल से ही स्टार्ट होती है जिसको वी कॉल एज एक्स सेल. व्हाट इज द फीचर ऑफ दिस एक्स सेल? इट इज अ रिप्रोडक्टिव सेल एंड हैज एबिलिटी टू डिवाइड रिपीटेटिवली टू फॉर्म ए कंप्लीट लिविंग बीइंग मेड अप ऑफ मैनी सेल्स. जैसा कि फिगर में आप देख सकते हैं हाउ दिस हैपेंस. अ सिंगल सेल कन्वर्ट इनटू अ ग्रुप ऑफ मल्टीपल सेल्स. There's an interesting fact given in the yellow box. While most cells are microscopic, the yolk of an ostrich egg is a very exceptional case because it is the largest known single egg cell. It has diameter about 30 to 17 centimeter जो एक हम स्केल से मेजर कर सकते हैं एंड इट इज़ विजिबल. जनरली जो सेल का साइज होता है वो माइक्रोमीटर में होता है और इट इज़ वेरी टाइनी एंड वी कैन नॉट सी इट. This ostrich egg cell contains extra material, a shell for protection the egg, and a white liquid that nourishes the cell during its growth. We will learn about microorganism in details now, as we have learned about cell and its structure. First, we see the definition. Microorganism made up of two words, micro, very small, and organism, living being, which means small sized organisms that are made up of one or few cells, also called as microbes. Even microorganism be unicellular or multicellular हो सकते हैं, but still their size is so tiny that these are observed under microscope clearly. Examples of unicellular organisms are bacteria, amoeba, paramecium, and multicellular microorganisms include fungi and algae. Where these microorganisms are found, they can be found in diverse environments ranging from soil, water, air, and even in the bodies of other living organisms and can only be seen using microscopes. There is an activity given in NCRT book which shows that how we can observe microbes in our surroundings. To observe these microbes, we can conduct similar activities. जैसे हमने पहले plant and animal slides बनाए थे, now we will learn how to make slides of microbes and study them. For this, we collect water samples from a pond and सॉइल नियर बाय सॉइल सॉइल के लिए हम सॉइल को थोड़े कोई भी गार्डन से हम कलेक्ट कर सकते हैं एंड मिक्स विथ वाटर तो दैट इट मेक्स अ सॉइल सस्पेंशन अ काइंड ऑफ सॉल्यूशन. Now placing a drop of each water sample onto microscope slide and we can view the hidden life present in our environment as you can see in the images on the right hand side. What is observed when the water sample is viewed under microscope is really amazing variety of microbes. We see a rich variety of tiny organisms including amoeba, paramecium, algae, each with its unique structures and functions that are completely invisible to the naked eye. जैसे कि आप साइड फिगर में क्लियर है देख सकते हैं दिस टाइनी ऑर्गेनिज्म आर अपीयर्ड विच आर लिविंग इन पॉन्ड एंड सॉइल और उनके स्ट्रक्चर को भी हम देख सकते हैं कि कैसे दे आर डाइवर्स इन देयर साइज एंड शेप्स. These microbes also differ in their shape, size, and structure, and scientists have classified them into different groups. So pond water में जो mostly microbes present रहते हैं वो हैं amoeba, paramecium, and algae. Amoeba is a microorganism with single cell. It is has a irregular body shape as you can see that helps in its movement from one place to another. Paramecium is also a single cell microbe and it can move from one place to another. Movements take place with the help of specialized structure which is present on its body. And algae is also a single cell and it looks green because of the presence of green pigment. Its movement take place with the help of special structure that we can see which is coming from its head. All these microbes possess specialized structure that facilitate their movement and survival. Similarly, there are also different type of microbes found in the soil suspension solution. One of them is fungi that has branched filament-like structure on its body, forming round sac. It doesn't have chlorophyll and cannot make its food by own. जनरली जो हम ब्रेड पे जब वो बाहर रखी रहती है तो उस पे हम देखते हैं कि ब्रेड पे जो ग्रीनरी काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर होती है वो फंगी की ही होती है. Another type of fungi is mold that has also branched filaments having brush-like structure. They cannot make their own food and generally dependent on other things. Algae, they are spherical in shape and has chlorophyll, a green pigment, and they can make their own food by themselves. Different types of bacteria is also seen, which vary in their shapes like spherical, coma, spiral, and rod-shaped, and they have long hair-like structures and many small projection around the cell. There is an interesting fact that there are other microorganisms known as virus, which is very different. They are not made up of cell component, and hence it is non-living. but they only seem to interact when they enter any inside the other body of living organism. Virus generally cause disease in plants, animals, and bacteria cells. And we have seen a recent outbreak because of COVID-19 that was a disease causing virus. Now we will study how these microbes interact with our surroundings, whether they play an important role in our life as a friend or enemy. There are some observations. We observe microbial presence, that is their growth on the food that is left outside, for example, bread or orange, as you can see in the images. And these food items they get rot after a few days because of the infection caused by microbes. तो इन इन्फेक्शन से हमें बचने के लिए वी नीड टू ऐड सम प्रिजर्वेटिव लाइक दोज थिंग्स विच कैन प्रोटेक्ट द फूड अगेंस्ट दिस माइक्रोब्स। और जो नेचुरली अकरिंग प्रिजर्वेटिव है वो स्पाइसेस हैं जैसे सच एज सॉल्ट और शुगर which is added to pickles and murabbas while making. These preservative doesn't allow growing of these microorganisms. We can ask why microbes can interact with the surroundings because they are found everywhere, including water, soil, air, or even inside body or in food items. As you can see in these images, some are found in the extreme climatic conditions such as hot water springs in high temperature, snow cold areas in lowest temperature, as well as moderate room temperatures. Third important fact is that microorganisms vary significantly in their physical characteristic. They may be spherical, rod-shaped, or irregular that provide their cells to survive against these harsh natural conditions. जैसे plants, humans और animals की हम अगर उन्हें कंपैरिजन करते हैं तो हम देखते हैं कि उनकी एक ही तरह की आईज होती है, हैंड्स भी उनके एक जैसे होते हैं, plants have green leaves, animals has leg. This is common, but this single celled and few celled microbes have enriching body structures. Let us understand the important role of microbes in cleaning the environment. How they do it? By converting the plant and animal waste into simpler substances using a process known as decomposition. इसको समझने के लिए let's do an activity. We take a container and fill it halfway with garden soil, any soil you can use in your surrounding. Now add some fruit and vegetable peels, waste material to it, and cover it with another layer of soil and leave it as such. What do you observe after 2-3 weeks? So what it is found that peels of fruits and vegetables they have turned into a dark colored material. They have changed their structure, which is called as manure, naturally prepared manure. It is rich in nutrients and help increase the fertility of soil, and hence plants can grow better. What is the reason of manure making? Because soil contains various kind of microorganisms like fungi and bacteria, and this act on plant waste and break it down into simpler substances. तो अगर हम ऑर्गेनिक वेस्ट जैसे बचे हुए फल के छिलके या वेजिटेबल्स को सॉइल में डालते हैं, सो दिस माइक्रोब्स दे कन्वर्ट them into manure, simplified form which is rich in nutrients. We can define decomposition process as a process in which we can see that the material is break down into simpler substances. As you can see the definition here, the process by which microbes break down, convert the complex substances of plant and animal wastes into simpler substances that are rich in nutrients is known as decomposition. There are two usefulness of this process. One is the waste get converted into simpler substances. Second, it increases the nutrient in the new product. There are several other examples of decomposition found around us. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम देखते हैं जो गार्डनर्स होते हैं वो कलेक्ट करते हैं ड्राई लीव्स को और प्लांट वेस्ट को और उनको पिट में डाल देते हैं एंड आफ्टर सम टाइम अ नेचुरल मैन्योर इज प्रिपेयर्ड. It happens because of the microbes that work on it and occurs at optimal temperature and moisture levels. सेकंड हम देखते हैं कोई भी जैसे प्लांट्स हैं वो पेड़ से नीचे गिरती हैं और अगर हम उसको कंटेनर में बेसिकली स्टोर करके रख देते हैं या लाइंग इन द गार्डन, अगर दे गेट डिसअपीयर आफ्टर सम टाइम फ्रॉम द सराउंडिंग्स, अगेन माइक्रोब्स दे कैन act on it and convert it into simpler substances. Similarly, microorganisms also decompose bodies of dead animals, so microbes help recycle the waste and return important nutrients to nature. So overall हम important समझ सकते हैं decomposition process की, that it there are numerous benefits of it. It breaks down the complex organic matter and is released back into the nature, which we call recycle process, and it adds nutrients to the soil that help plants growth. Microorganisms can also be used for energy production. An important product that is obtained after decomposition process is biogas. So what is this biogas? So biogas is an important fuel source of energy that is used for cooking, heating and generating electricity and even to run vehicles. ये जनरली हम अपने किचन में तो यूज़ करते ही हैं और इसके डेली यूजेस भी हैं ट्रांसपोर्ट में. Primary composed of carbon dioxide and high proportion of another gas, methane. How it is formed? You can see detailed image on the right hand side. It is for explanation only and will not be asked in exams. Biogas is formed when specific bacteria and fungi they decompose plant and animal waste in oxygen free environment. मीन्स जहाँ पे कोई ऑक्सीजन नहीं होती है, जैसा कि आप इस चैम्बर में देखते हैं जब हम सारे वेस्ट मटेरियल को कलेक्ट करते हैं, तो दिस माइक्रोब्स एक्ट. During this decomposition process, a mixture of gases is released, and one of which is biogas, which is collected from other chamber. Microbes play a key role in food preparation that has different texture and taste through fermentation process. जैसे कि आपने बेकरी प्रोडक्ट, केक्स, ब्रेड, पेस्ट्री, इडली, भटूरा खाए होंगे, ये सब चीज़ें टेस्टी लगती हैं क्योंकि माइक्रोब्स इन पे जब एक्ट करते हैं, इट कैन इंक्रीज द टेक्सचर एंड फ्लफीनेस ऑफ दिस फूड. For example, yeast, which is a fungus, is used to make bread, cakes, and idlis, and the bacteria named as lactobacillus is essential in the production of curd, that is rich in nutrients. आइए समझते हैं कैसे we can prepare food through fermentation process. We can perform an activity in our kitchen. This activity makes us understand how microbes play an important role in making bread, pastry, and cakes. तो इसके लिए हम क्या स्टार्ट करते हैं, हम एक मैदा या आटा ले सकते हैं टू डिफरेंट बाउल्स में. थोड़ा सा हम उसमें शुगर भी डालते हैं. बाउल ए के अंदर हम एक एडिशनल कंपोनेंट डालते हैं, वो होता है यीस्ट पाउडर. बाजार में आसानी से मिल जाता है. बाउल बी के अंदर कुछ हम एक्स्ट्रा ऐड नहीं करते. फिर हम इसको थोड़ी देर गूंथते हैं विथ वार्म वाटर टू मेक सॉफ्ट डो, एंड वी कवर द डो with a cloth and keep it at warm place for 4 to 5 hours. What do we observe? We observe that there is a change in the volume, smell, and texture of the dough in the bowl A. It has risen slightly, become fluffy, and has different smell compared to the dough जो कि बाउल बी में था जिसमें कोई यीस्ट नहीं डाला गया था. तो ऐसा कैसे होता है, इसको समझते हैं. Reason behind this fluffiness in the flour is due to the yeast. It acts on the food component and breaks down the fruit components into other products. We can say that food has become fermented by microbes. What is this fermentation? Fermentation is the process in which microbes break down, convert the raw components, mainly sugar, in the food into useful products like carbon dioxide, acids, and alcohol, and is known as fermentation. This helps in making nutritious food with better textures and taste. जैसे कि हमने देखा yeast है, it is a microorganism. It can act on sugar and grows very well in warm condition and respires during which it breaks down food. Carbon dioxide is released, which form bubbles and makes the dough soft and fluffy. Similarly, a small amount of alcohol is also produced, which gives the dough slightly different smell. और इसी वजह से हम देख सकते हैं कि जो हमारे बेकरी प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं उनका डिफरेंट टेक्सचर और स्मेल होती है. बट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट दिस ओनली हैपन्स एट स्लाइटली वार्म टेम्परेचर. और अगर आप फ्रिज में उस मैदे को रखते हुए और यीस्ट भी मिला हुआ है तो उसके अंदर ऐसा टेक्सचर नहीं आ पाएगा. नाउ वी विल सी द रोल ऑफ माइक्रोब्स इन कर्ड और इडली बैटर फॉर्मेशन. इनका भी जो फाइनल प्रोडक्ट होता है, इट हैज़ वेरी डिफरेंट टेक्सचर एंड टेस्ट. We perform an activity. We take two bowls and add milk in it. One is the lukewarm milk, and second bowl B has cold milk. We add a small amount of curd to each bowl and mix well. We then cover the bowls and place in different condition. Bowl A in warm place, bowl B in refrigerator over for few hours or overnight. What do we observe? We observe that in bowl A, milk has changed into curd and becomes little sour. However, there is no change in the texture or smell of milk in the bowl B. What is the reason? Because the curd has certain kind of bacteria that breaks down the milk components. Transformation of milk into curd happens because of the bacteria that is present in the curd जो हमने डाला था मिल्क के अंदर. The bacteria is called as lactobacillus. This bacteria mainly acts on the sugar in the milk. It multiplies, grows, and ferments the milk to form curd. During this, it produces lactic acid, which gives curd the sour taste and texture. However, this fermentation happens at a warm temperature. So we can see that this equation represents the curd formation process. The milk is converted into lactic acid and curd under warm temperature. Lactobacillus bacteria also help in the fermentation of batter for making idlis, dosa and dough for making भटूरा. तो आपने देखा होगा जो बाजार में भटूरा मिलते हैं वो बहुत फ्लफी होते हैं, वो इसी वजह से होता है. Yeast and lactobacillus we can use together to increase the overall texture and taste of the food. Third application of microbes is to increase the nitrogen content in the soil that helps growing the plant. Bacteria such as rhizobium live in the root nodules of the legume plants like peas, peanuts. तो एज यू कैन सी इन द फिगर हम एक तरह से बहुत फुले हुआ रीजन देख सकते हैं जो कि रूट्स में है और इनमें में ही बैक्टीरियाज लिव करते हैं. Now, this bacteria they trap the nitrogen from the air and convert into a form that plants can easily use. क्योंकि सॉइल में एयर कम होती है, रूट्स के लिए नाइट्रोजन ले पाना इज जनरली डिफिकल्ट. सो दिस बैक्टीरिया हेल्प्स इन increasing the nitrogen in the soil and plants grow better. सिमिलरली जो फार्मर्स हैं वो भी हमेशा लेग्यूम की जो खेती है वो करना चाहते हैं क्योंकि इससे सॉइल के अंदर ओवरऑल नाइट्रोजन बढ़ जाता है बिकॉज ऑफ दिस बैक्टीरियाज एंड सॉइल एंड बैलेंस इज मेंटेन इन द सॉइल which is available for the next crop. So, beyond bacteria and fungi, microalgae are amazing microscopic organisms found in water, soil, and even on trees. They are useful to us in many ways. जैसा कि आप यहाँ पे फोर लिस्ट में देख सकते हैं. फर्स्ट लिस्ट में हम देखते हैं कि दे आर कंट्रीब्यूट लार्जली टू ऑक्सीजन प्रोडक्शन ऑन दिस अर्थ. इवन जो हमारे ट्रीज हैं, प्लांट से जो ऑक्सीजन निकलती है उससे कहीं ज़्यादा ऑक्सीजन ये एल्गी रिलीज करते हैं. And it is also important for aquatic animals where oxygen is dissolved in water. Second use is that microalgae they are also used as food sources because they are rich in nutrients and serve as a food source for various aquatic animals because they can make their own food by photosynthesis. Third property is that they are water cleaners as they clean the water and also used to make biofuel. Fourth property is that they have medicinal properties, especially spirulina, chlorella, and diatoms. They are used as health supplements and medicines. Despite their great use, they are in danger because factors like pollution, climate change, and habitat destruction they affect the microalgal diversity and their abundance. If they become distinct, the oxygen balance on the earth will be disrupted. So, spirulina is a microalga which is called a superfood because of its health benefits. It is a good source of vitamin B12, rich in protein. So, that's why, due to their use, it can be grown outside, which is called spirulina farming and harvesting. So, what are the steps involved? We first maintain a moderate temperature. in a clear glass tank in a bright space away from direct sunlight and cover the tank with shade or net. We then add spirulina from the nearby pond water, and then we wait for some time so that this spirulina they grow. Maybe after 3 to 6 weeks, ये जो spirulina है they can be harvested from the tank by filtering it through the fine cloth. That's why it is important to conserve microalgae and need to be protected against the harmful factors that we have seen earlier. अगर इनको हम सेव कर सकते हैं, it will ensure food security, livelihood development, it can protect the environment and maintain an oxygen balance on the earth. So that's why microalgae is a very important microorganism. With this chapter ends here, and here is a summary of the key points discussed in the chapter so far. First, we see the cell, its definition, that they are all the organisms, they are made up of this fundamental unit. Cells differ in shape, size, and structure. It contains various components have different functions, and all the cellular components we can observe using microscope. Then we see that how the organisms they are organized into either unicellular or multicellular organism. The type of division is because of the number of the cells present in this in this organism. Unicellular organism are generally microorganism. They have like bacteria and protozoa. They own only a single cell is helpful. Multicellular have a complex body structure and various cells grouped together to perform a specific function for this organism, like plants and animals. We have also see different three different type of cells here, like plant cells, animal cells, and microbe cell. So like animal and plant cells, microorganism cells also surrounded by cell membrane. Cells of fungi additionally have a cell wall, but they do not have chloroplast, so they cannot make their own food. Bacteria do not have a well-defined nucleus and nuclear membrane. They have a nucleoid, as you can see in the picture below. This feature distinguish bacterial cells of yeast, protozoa, algae, fungi, plants, and animals. Plants and animal cells also have some important differences. आई होप ये जो चैप्टर का रिव्यू है आप लोगों को समझ आया होगा, और अगर आप ऐसी और वीडियो चाहते हैं तो प्लीज़ चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, कमेंट्स दीजिए, लाइक्स दीजिए, और अगर आपको इसकी एक्सरसाइज करनी है चैप्टर की विद द आंसर्स, आई कैन ऑल्सो मेक अ वीडियो ऑन दैट. जस्ट लेट मी नो. थैंक्स फॉर योर वॉचिंग द वीडियो एंड सब्सक्राइब.